For those wanting to finish following along from the part 1 video, to finish everything up, we'll put it all back together right now. And like I said, because most people are going to do it this way if they get the right tool. I like just greasing with the hubs on, because it's holding it for you. But I'll show you putting it back together. Get your CV axle through there. Bolt through from the front. Washer on this side. That one's on, which is an 18mm socket. Then bring your A-arm back down. Upper A-arm, put the bolt through the front. Washer bolt, which is a 15. Since there's no grease zerks on any of these hubs to the A-arms, we don't have to grease anything there. We'll just tighten up our 15 here. And then we'll tighten up the 18 lower bolt. And then we're done. You're to the part already where you're going to grease it. So if you weren't doing a CV shaft boot, now I'll probably edit this and do another video later, but I'll just keep going as we're going so you guys can follow along. This is where you'd be to grease your wheel bearing without doing the CV boot stuff like I said. So we'll start the fronts of these. Tool is a 44mm, and these are the best ones to get, because then you can do it, like I said, just like this. All you have to take is your brake caliper off, well, your wheel, your caliper, and then your CV nut, so that holds your hub on, this hub. That's all you have to take off in order to get to this. And like I was saying, the front is a 44mm and the rear is a 40, because of course Polaris has to do them different. Like on a Can-Am, they're all 4 of them, I'm pretty sure, 32mm front and rear. So if you're doing a Can-Am, this is the same exact steps. You'll take wheel off, caliper, hub, and then this will be a 32, same steps. So now that we have that on, this is through, this is tight and tight, we'll go ahead, get this straight on there. Make sure if you have a new one, you lube up this outside ring before you slide it in, because there's 2 O-rings you don't want to rip there. Obviously mine's been used multiple times, so we'll just put it in, line it up so it's straight up and down. And once it's straight up, it's easy on this Milwaukee grease gun because I just set it to 5 or 6. Put this on. You'll get it why I said up and down and 5 to 6, because we'll rotate this. So I like to get that bearing all the way around at least once. See how it's spun? Take it all the way out, then push it in, hold it. You're most likely going to be the same step I am, so I'll explain more here in a second. Alright, we went all 4 up, over, down, over, all 4 are grease. So then I just take it, go quarter turn. This is a little outrageous. You probably don't need to do it this many times, but for the sake of the video. And all you want to do is watch it. You'll see it start bulging and a little grease coming out around your race. And that's when you know your bearing's full. It's about the only way to tell. Usually you can look on the inside and see what's coming, but usually it does pop out on the outside. So you're not back and forth a bunch of times, but we'll just keep it right here because it's going to take more on this one. Then we'll do our other quarter over here. Oop. There it is. You can see right here, a little popped out. So this bearing is fully greased. And surprisingly, which I doubt this was done on this one because I know the guy, but maybe he took it somewhere and they did it. Usually I'd have to go, I did do an extra pump on that quarter turn. Usually I do 2 sets, but with this one having almost 7,000 or 6,500 or something, I figured it had a little more, so I was going to go quarter and quarter again, but that's why I did that first rotation first for sure, getting grease in each spot opposed to just pumping it full on one side of the wheel bearing, because this tool has just 2 holes pumping it at once. It doesn't pump like this all over for pressure wise. So now that we see it coming out of the race, we know it's full of grease. So we'll set this down. Set that aside. And that's pretty much, get this off here. Not that it matters, some in there will be fine. It'll help with your hub anyway, putting it on and whatnot. It's not a big deal, but you can see it right here too, is starting to come out of the race. That's good. So to end this part, that's all you have to do to grease your wheel bearings. If you have that tool, if you don't have the tool, there's no other way to do it. But if you get those offline, they're not that expensive. And you can grease your own wheel bearings just like that. So we'll end this part of the video right there for that segment. But then again, for the people following along that want to finish putting this back together with me, we'll do that also right now.